What is up, guys? Dustin Trainer back with another video for you guys today. Sorry that this is late. Pretty busy lately these last few days, but it's here, guys. No long, no, not. Don't fear anything anymore. It's here. So this is gonna be my review for Pokemon Sun and Moon episode 36. This was a great episode. Um, I know I said in previous videos I wouldn't ask to lose, but how this episode was handled, I'm okay with this. Because I did sense that he actually learned something from this, though. I think there was very important information because, as you guys, if you've seen the leaks, there's going to be a third form for Rock and Rock. And that form is going to be the one Ash's Rockruff evolves into. Because the big important information about this episode was that Rockruff is close to evolving because of its behavior. When Rockruff is close, and I believe Rotom explained this before, but Ash was getting that clarification. Yes, if you guys don't remember, we're gonna say it again, like they said it again in this episode. If you guys didn't remember, like a couple months back, I believe it was. Yeah, it was episode 15, so yeah, a couple months. That when Rockruff is close to evolving, it acts more aggressive. It becomes more independent. Pretty much just becomes a lot more edgier, if would be the best way to describe it. So, that was big. So, I think this is gonna be really cool. And performance does Rock and Rock. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be called. So, I think that is really cool that there's gonna be a third form that they're adding. It's gonna be an Ultra Sun and Moon as well. So, we'll get to see that in the games as well. So, I wonder how this is going to impact the anime because before we see it in the games, I do believe we will see in the anime because again, Rockruff is close to evolving, so it's gonna have an animated debut first. So seeing how that shapes up will be very interesting. But yeah, that's enough of that. Let's talk about the episode and what went down with Ash's grand trial versus Kahuna Olivia. It was a double battle with Rockruff and Rowlet taking on Probopass and Lycanroc. So, midday form. What I want to say, what I thought was the coolest thing about this battle was how Olivia used Stealth Rock. We haven't really seen Stealth Rock in a while, and the way it was used, it was very interesting because maybe it still works like how it was in the games because we didn't see any switching out. But so we can't assume that it doesn't still do that. But how Olivia was using it was really cool strategy in that she was trying to trap Ash into a space where he couldn't really maneuver well, and that works well with Probopass's Magnet Bond as we saw in the episode. So there was just a lot of interesting combos. She had a lot of synergy with her Pokemon. And that was the kind of thing, the disadvantage that Ash was in. Because Rockruff and Rowlet have never really fought together. So he had to really do this on the fly. And I thought this was interesting for a grand trial. That was a double battle. Because Kaole was explaining, what? I didn't I didn't face you with in a double battle, it was just singles. But what Olivia was explaining was, well, she wants to really get the most out of Ash's abilities. So she made it a double battle. And I feel like it made the trial a lot more interesting because we never did a double battle in the games. So it was just a new concept that they really made great use out of. I love that part about it. So the whole battle is just really interesting and very cool because you have dynamic one side having perfect synergy between the duo and the others having again really learn how to fly and understand what each of them was trying to do. But the thing what made it even more of a problem and even more conflict with Ash in this battle because you really get the sense that he is in trouble. That whoa, okay, we don't know if he's gonna be able to win this because of Rockruff's attitude of it really wanting to just be a solo act at this point. So that's making it worse. So the fact that it doesn't have a lot of synergy with Rowlet in the first place makes it even worse because it wants to be solo as well. So it's getting more interesting as we proceed through the battle. Rockruff uses Bite and stuff. Uh, Rockruff uses Rock Slide. You just see this awesome back and forth leafage against Probopass. Rockruff hit Rockruff with a pretty strong bite right there. Whoa. So it's just, guys, you have to see this battle. Um, I'm not gonna say I like the last week's battle better for the lone fact that I don't know, it just something about last week's battle intrigued me more. It was really fluent. I don't know. But this was a great battle, like I'm not saying. I guess it's just about personal preference, guys. But definitely, Sun and Moon has to do more battles because I gotta commend them on this. So the very few battles they've had, I said this last week too, but I'm gonna say it again. They've really impressed me with the battles. I think they've been really well choreographed. They feel really fluent. Honestly, they feel as fluent as they were in Generation 6. Because that was the one thing you could really say about XY and X, Y, and Z. The battles felt really fluent. They felt properly paced. And that's really what's going on with these battles. They're not too quick or too long. They're perfectly paced in this series as well. So you gotta commend them on that. But here comes a really important part. This was so cool. And this was such a cool strategy by Ash right here. So, again, Stealth Rocks are really affecting him, man. They're really strong. He's trying to figure out how to deal with them. Because she used this in such a great strategy. That was really cool, how she used Stealth Rock. I mean, I've never seen Stealth Rock used in that kind of way. And it was just, because it's always just been a very generic move. But that's the benefit of anime. They can take moves and make them more unique and add fuel to the fire to them. So, yeah. But he was a great strategy. So, Olivia uses Continental Cross. So, Ash's idea here is, and this was like talking about talking about the others. Like, what is he doing? Is he trying to get hit? That's the point. So what happens is, and KRI told him, oh, that's what he's doing. He did that on purpose. Because what happened was, The Z move took out the stealth rocks. Ash has always had those kind of strategies, guys, when he tries to take out the... It's the same thing he did previous with the Trick Room against the Fairy-type gym leader, Valerie. It's the same kind of concept here. Take the hit, take out the problem. So that gets rid of Stealth Rock, and Olivia's impressed. Okay. And then here it comes. So we see a bunch of attacks with Leafage and Bite, and then Ash does it. Pops up the grass type Z move, Balloon Doom, and it looks so cool. Well, it takes out Probopass, and bam, one gets wrecked by the Z move. Great animation here. This was awesome. And here comes another problem. So celebrating Violet and congratulating Violet Ashes, and then Rockruff accidentally takes out Violet because of its wanting to be Soul Lap thing again. So, and then Rockruff feels bad after that. He's like, oh. So here we are, down to a main event. The battle that we really wanted to see with Ash and Gladian, but with Olivia right here. But this time it's the midday form, Rock and Rock, of course. But this was great. So, Rockruff uses Rock Throw, Rock and Rock dodges by jumping in the air, uses Rock Slide, Rockruff dodges, hits a really powerful bite against Rock and Rock. Rock and Rock tries to use Accelerock, Rockruff dodges, and then finishes off Rock and Rock with Rock Throw. What a great battle. Ash is the winner. And again, like I said earlier in the video about the information we got, he definitely grew from this victory. I can tell that this is going to help him as we go forward in the future of Sun and Moon. And I can't wait till we get to Ula Ula, because Akala's gonna finish up soon. We'll have a few episodes back in the anime, I presume. And then we should be getting set to head to Ula Ula Island, which will be very interesting. All the trials there were really cool. So, I'm wondering what's going to happen when we get there, because that's where really, in the games, the story really took off and was heading close to the climax with Ula Ula Island. So many crazy stuff is going to happen in this series, and we'll just have to wait and see how it all plays out. And what I'm giving this episode will be a 10 out of 10, because again, I can't think of one single problem I had with the episode. This battle was done exactly the way I wanted him to do it. It was definitely great. But yeah, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys thought of this episode. Click on the notifications bell to get every video I make. And with that, I'm Destined Trainer, guys. I'm signing off now. Peace! Have a great day, guys.